So the next chapter in the Dying Light franchise, Dying Light 2, unfortunately was delayed in early January 2020, but there's actually a lot of reasons to be really excited about this game, and speculation is that it was delayed for a really good reason. Hey guys, this is Chris with B&B Gaming. Welcome back, and I hope you're doing awesome today. Thank you for all your support, all your likes, your shares, your comments. It definitely helps me out, and we're actually getting close to 10,000 subscribers now, and I just want to say thank you to all the subscribers, especially all the ones that have been here for so long, have been commenting on the videos and just giving me encouragement, etc. Definitely appreciate you. Now to start with, guys, in early January, unfortunately Dying Light 2 was delayed, and in their statement, Techland said that basically Dying Light 2 just needs more development time in order to fulfill their vision for the game. And once I go into some of the details about what they're putting into Dying Light 2, I think you'll understand why they probably need a little bit more time just to make sure everything's polished up and looking good. Now, one speculation is that Dying Light 2 was actually delayed in order to polish it up for the next-gen consoles, so for the Xbox Series X and the PS5. So I know personally I'm hoping that that's true, and that Dying Light 2 could be a launch title for the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Now, as far as the story in Dying Light 2, it's quite a bit more ambitious than Dying Light 1. According to Timon, and I'm probably going to say his last name wrong, Smektala, he said that the world has gone back to the Dark Ages, and right now in Dying Light 2 everything is brutal, primal, and merciless. So Dying Light 2 is going to actually take place 15 years after the original game, in a city they're calling the Last Great Human Settlement. In Dying Light 2's description, it says you're playing Aiden Caldwell, an infected survivor looking for a cure. You have exceptional agility and brutal combat skills make you a powerful ally and a valuable commodity in this dangerous world, and that you can achieve things that no one else can, and that you enter places that no one else dares. With Aiden's unique abilities, you have the power to be an agent of change within this decaying metropolis. And the tagline of the game is, "The fate of the city is in your hands." Now, the developers are saying that the main story of Dying Light 2 is anywhere from 15 to 20 hours, but to complete everything, all the side quests, all the collectibles, etc., can be well over 100 hours. And according to another article I read, they actually have 5 years of content planned for Dying Light 2. So it sounds like, just like Dying Light 1, that they have a ton of different ideas for this game. So the tagline of the game is, "The fate of the city is in your hands," and they're actually taking that really seriously, and they're making that a major component of the game. According to Techland, key choices will impact the city, so it will change the environment and the strength and appearance of different forces. Not only that, but the city will actually change physically and tonally as you make key choices. And they gave the example of the water mission they show off in one of the gameplay demos. Here you have a choice between siding with the peacekeepers or the smugglers. If you side with the peacekeepers, the locals will have as much water as they want. However, the peacekeepers rule with an iron fist, so there's going to be lots of, like, I don't know, iron maidens and hangings and stuff. Now, if you choose the smugglers, they're going to charge the people, the common people, for water, but they're going to cut you in on the profits. Another aspect of this is that some of your choices are actually going to uncover different regions of the city. And according to Timon, you can actually choose to destroy parts of the city, and this will actually eliminate all the quests in that area. Timon also said that decisions won't always be between just two factions, and they won't always just be black and white, join us or die, etc. Some of them will be nuanced, where we're actually going to have to listen to the different NPCs and kind of figure out what their different motivations are, and kind of detect which ones are lying to us, which ones are trying to manipulate us, etc. Basically what Techland said is that they want us to make informed decisions, so it's going to pay off to really get to know the NPCs and figure out their motivations. Now, he did say that some of these choices are going to be reversible, so I'm assuming, if you completely destroy your world, you're going to be able to go back and, according to Timon, you're going to be able to do some side missions to kind of reverse the results of your decision. But he also said that this is rare and it's not going to be in all cases. As far as Dying Light 2's gameplay, they said the world itself is 4 times the size of Dying Light 1, and that includes the following. They said the world of Dying Light 2 is divided into 7 different regions. Now each one of these regions is going to offer different gameplay mechanics, enemies, and parkour moves. And according to Techland, every wall in Dying Light 2's world you're going to be able to climb on and use your grappling hook. And again, your choices are going to affect which regions are available to you in the game. As far as parkour goes, they've added a bunch of new moves to the game. They showed off wall running, pole vaulting, sliding through windows. They also showed off digging your blade into banners and using it to slowly drop to the ground. They've also shown off new gadgets such as a hang glider and a grappling hook. As far as combat in Dying Light 2, they've talked about combining parkour and combat, and they've showed off falling from a height and landing on a zombie to break your fall. As far as crafting goes in Dying Light 2, they've said they've added over 50 new combinations. And along with that, they've said the environment is also a new weapon, and they've shown throwing buckets at different opponents to distract them, and also kicking enemies off the roof of buildings. They've also talked about that stealth is going to have a larger role in Dying Light 2. So you're going to be able to hide in bushes, trash bins, and sneak up on enemies and get a quiet kill. As far as the new hostiles in Dying Light 2, they've talked about having multiple human factions to deal with. It seems like they're all over the place, and obviously if things are this desperate, there's going to be some really shady really shady characters we're going to have to deal with. Now, as far as the zombies go, they've said the zombies have mutated some since Dying Light 1. They've said that the undead cluster in dark zones during the day, so they're going to cluster in buildings, etc. And they've said that these areas are actually going to have some really good loot, but are going to be super dangerous. Now, at nighttime, they're going to invade the streets and the humans are going to go into their shelters, I guess. Now, if you play Dying Light 1, you know that when it gets dark, the super zombies come out, and according to Techland, you're definitely going to not want to fight these guys. You're just going to want to run. So they're going to be evidently super powerful. So the zombies in Dying Light 2 are going to go through an evolution. When they first get bit, they're going to be called virals, so they're going to be very quick, very dangerous, but they're going to avoid the sun. Their second stage, they're going to be called biters. Now, we're going to recognize these. They're going to be slow-moving, regular zombies, and sunlight is still going to be dangerous to them. The next stage of the zombies' evolution, they're going to be called degenerates. Now, these are going to be biters that stay in the light too long, so their flesh is going to be falling off of them, but they're also going to be really weak. Now, the volatiles, or the super zombies, are going to be a different path of evolution from the other zombies. Now, according to Techland, we're not going to actually be able to kill these guys, so when you see them, we're going to have to just run. So what do you guys think of Dying Light 2? Is this a game that's on your radar? Are you thinking about picking up? Let me know what you think. So for me, I just started playing Dying Light 1. I'm maybe 5-7 hours into it, and I'm really impressed by this game. I didn't really expect much from it because most zombie games are, as far as plot goes, are about as deep as a mud puddle, right? Shoot zombies. This game, it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on here, and it's really interesting and fun. So as I started researching Dying Light 2, it seems like they just took this game to like 11 or 12. So for me, it's not a surprise that this game was delayed, because what they're doing with this game is really, really aggressive. I can't really think of many games that, your choice in the game really, really affects the world. I mean, obviously games you can make choices, they'll affect, outcomes of different NPCs in the world, etc. But nothing like this, where you can make a choice and all of a sudden the city itself is going to change. There's new areas that are going to open up in the city. That's really interesting. So as someone who is excited for the next gen consoles, Xbox One X, PS5, I'm really hoping that that's why they delayed this, so that they can give us the 60 frames a second 4K ultra settings, and this game will just be phenomenal on the next gen consoles. I'm really excited for this game.